He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Buckeyes offense takes the field to start this game off. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy that can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
From the gun, running back on the move.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement of play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Howard. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man quickly. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll give it to the back. Shakes off the tackle. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's, Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back. And that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Now improvises. They got him. It's a sack.
It's a bad hand that fast. I thought he would. Wait, did I have him? What I'm looking at? Wait.
Stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
He had
Look at that. Go.
4th down. You know he wants to make a play. I'd like them to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack. And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down.
Throws toward the end zone. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He leaves it with the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on.
I'm
This
going
field goal
fast.
attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder.
You still missed.
Oh, he missed it. No good. After the miss, no change in the score. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think
Ball in the air,
Tap over the
intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid
I turned it right over the man.
The offense starts with a short field. Hand off from the shotgun. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw. It's Howard. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Kick comes up a little short, and now he's thinking kick 6.
And I love that the field goal block unit was prepared. They had a guy back.
Okay, my bad. I'm changing it one more time.
Understood it was a long field goal. And Jesse, how about making a play as a field goal kick team, basically a kickoff team, going to make it a tackle?
Yeah, they were saying, we're not doing kick 6. This isn't Auburn, Alabama back in the day. And the big fella's up front. It's the offensive lineman.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I understand throw power 81, but shoot.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. False start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
The hike the ball and the strike keep popping up over there.
This offense has a second down play.
I'm pressing triangle.
Press triangle. Right.
Triangle, what they got to do with square?
It's like play.
From the gun,
It's
the
like
running
they
back
play
looking
their
for
pocket.
room. They bring him down.
Oh, no, so why should he even inflate it?
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some...
I see this at a way or something, but...
Looking for the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave
You can still do your stuff.
there to try to move those chains. Unloads to the wideout. Complete
You can't be
downfield.
serious, bro.
That is a
He's
huge
scared of
play
me.
early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense
You
wanted
can still
to
do
be. There
your
you
stuff,
go.
because he
First
still
half,
pop up.
4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a gap. It's Henderson. Headed to the end zone. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Out of the backfield. Will not get there. Down stop. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. It's a draw.
I'm at one.
That'll be a loss.
It's always not in.
Well, they try to go with the draw out of the shotgun.
I tried to go with this man. He's still.
Penetration allowed out front. That defensive line just took that play over.
They get off the rock really fast, get in the backfield. The offensive linemen are supposed to push them upfield. Quarterback's got to...
Makes the catch on the right side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And they try to sneak the draw play in there and try to show pass right away, get it to the running back. Defense not fooled in the slightest. Nice job getting upfield, getting to the running back, getting him on the ground.
Yeah, what?
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Got his man in the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Blazers are rolling down the field. Wide out in motion. Looking for a man. It's Campbell. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. On the option. He'll pitch it. Turns it on in midfield. And he breaks into the open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. The Blazers have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Looking for the score. Pulls it in the end zone.
Hit me.
Touchdown Blazers. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
He's got it, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop. What a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Going up top. Pulls it in inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they wanted now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He unleashes a long one. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Come on.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Campbell. He finds his man, and he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's running in the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
That tells you a lot about your confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Buying some time. Wiggles free. Lets it go to the end zone. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback.
I can't call time
He's
up.
looking for an open man on second down. Fires into
I can't call
traffic.
time up and I only use one.
Trying to take it back.
I only use one time up. I couldn't call it no more.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus.
No, I tried to call time up. I just not ain't look at the clock.
Competitive game so far. I'm talking razor-thin margins in the big statistical categories. And while it may be a broken record, turnovers are the name of the game. The team that limits them, the ones that win that turnover margin, generally speaking, are the ones that have the best chance to get that done. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Running back searching for a hole.
Dude.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I like that.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
And he'll be smacked to the ground.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Caught near the sticks. It's Thomas. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Blazers are flying down the field. They'll throw it on first down.
Oh.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there for second down.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Looking to throw, it's Campbell. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. They're going to throw it again. Right down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
The offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ballard. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, then something can start to build.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you can tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play. Fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
The Buckeyes getting set for 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Henderson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. At the 45 on his way. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. On the move at the 30. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. Breaks the tackle. And to use that big, powerful stiff arm to extend the play and pick up a few extra yards. And the Buckeyes are in the red zone. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Yeah, and it's so hard to contain this guy with all those options he has and the experience at the quarterback spot. But nice job by the defense limiting the damage. Didn't give up a huge game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, the ground game.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Buckeyes! And that one will give them the lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And he got into the house with a 6 to finish it.
Yeah. No, wait, remember that.
He'll start the return inside his 5.
Oh,
really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that 1st drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Back to pass, it's Campbell. Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Takes the handoff. It's Beebe.
I'm saying this.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. The Blazers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse.
Why are they so close?
Them out.
Set the ball. Dang.
And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
You You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Right back to the well. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing.
You can't be for real right now. This man broke off.
Snap it on 1st and 10.
That's so frustrating. I got you in the perfect situation. I get you in 3rd and long, more predictable. I know it's going to be a pass, and then Houdini pulls the rabbit out of the hat, makes something happen, scrambles around, gets the 1st down. Goodness gracious, this guy is so good.
They're trying to get to it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He's got great speed. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Looking for a huge play. And it's caught inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up.
Oh, you got 8-1 pads, but hey.
So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Gets rid of it. He's got it on the right.
I thought he had my block.
Knock him down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Try to barge their way in.
Gets
it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Defense was a little anxious there, got caught offside, so the penalty will be declined and give him the touchdown. If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here's the conundrum for the defensive coordinator. Do you stay aggressive or do you protect and play a little more conservatively with the lead and just a few minutes left? Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but more than that.
Can't break no tackle.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Buying some time as he moves left. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. The completion ball past the sticks. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Hands it off. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
At the 35, he's got room. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. Fast motion from the offense. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Using his legs, it's Henderson. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. A shot toward the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of the DB. Nice job by the defense.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Blazers hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. To the ground, he's got it again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Lost the defense, is wide open. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. A bit of a roll of the dice, betting that they could finish the game, and they almost certainly did with that completion.
And I love when coaches have confidence in their quarterbacks in big situations like that. With the game on the line, go out and execute and ice this game.
He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. 2nd and goal coming up. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown in the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And some people might say they should have taken a knee, run the clock out. This offense believes, I'm going to run the football. It's your job to stop it. And